This is in the 80s where I remember when Hall Steel left. My grandpa used to work for him. My other grandpa, my dad, all of a sudden had to start working another job. Like when we start losing jobs, you know, when car companies start saying, well, we'll go to this country, it's cheaper to, man, people in America fell on hard times.
Yes.
You know?
100%. And that's where, where's Roger? Roger and Me.
Yeah.
Roger and Me. Yeah. That
was Michael. That was Michael, right?
Yes. Michael Moore.
Michael Moore.
Yeah. It's an amazing documentary.
Part of my inspiration for doing Trigger Warning was Michael Moore.
It's an amazing documentary because it shows you the direct effects of pulling those jobs out, and it was instantaneous. It was like the bottom came out of the swimming pool and all the water just went away. Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And you just left people to their own devices.
Yep.
And these people were, and it's just for money.
Yep.
It's just for money. It could have stayed in the United States.
But they wanted to increase profit margin.
And they did, you know, and they killed the unions. They, I mean, they didn't kill the unions, but they
weakened them significantly.
What they had going on there was great wages and great programs, and they had plenty of money, and it was a good job to get.
Yep.
And I had friends that were in the union that worked in, my friend Justin, he, I forget which company he worked for, but some American company.
Yeah.
And he said that there's a lot of these guys that were like these union guys, like they were sitting high on the hog. Yeah. And they wanted to keep that going, and they wanted to make a lot of money, and the auto company was like, nope, I think we're just going to go to Mexico.
Yep. Yeah.
And that is a wild decision. It's a wild decision to make whatever more money, but to know that you're going to destroy a city.
And, you know,
how did they let them do that?
And, you know, there's some complexities that have gotten older, I understand, too, because at that time you have Japanese cars on the rise. And they've learned how to make a cheaper car.
Yeah.
They've learned how to make
very reliable.
And efficient. They're making 20 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they had to be competitive. You know, Americans were used to buying cars every 2 to 4 years because they felt like it. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, that's got, you know, my uncle worked for the city, was a garbage truck driver, could buy a brand new Cadillac every 2 to 3 years if he wanted to. And so, you know, there's always the balance of now people are invested. You got investors wanting greater returns. It wasn't just, I don't think it was a simple fuck you as much as in order to stay competitive, we're going to have to do, you know, the Dodge K car was shitty.
They made some terrible cars. There's no doubt about that.
It couldn't compete, but by the time they got it figured out, but it didn't get figured out in the 80s when it needed to, so it got decimated.
But it's just that decision to take the companies and just shut them down there and move them to somewhere else where you could pay people less money. It doesn't just involve money. It involves like all these people that work for you.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like some sort of a community?
Yeah.
They're all hopefully you enjoy being around each other, working together.
Yeah.
You're just going to crush all of their lives.
Yeah.
That's a wild decision to make.
No, it is. It is.
It's a wild decision to make just for money.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those ones that just happened before most people were aware it was even going on.
Yeah. And it happens in the middle of the crack era.
I didn't know about it at all until that documentary.
Really?
I knew something happened and Detroit crashed, but I didn't know the real fucking horrors that those people went through when they just pulled the plug on it like that.